So I am at Brooklyn Police Station in Hatfield, Pretoria, in Tshwane, and I am sure you know exactly what it is that I am here to do. And in my hands is the criminal complaints, because we are going to be laying charges against the two individuals from the Open Chats podcast.
There's growing outrage now over the Open Chats podcast making offensive remarks about the coloured community in South Africa.
Two things. One, you cannot offend someone and then choose how they react or tell them how they should react.
People are scared to say that. I'm not scared to say black people are lazy. You know what? We do not want to do the things, we want to do the things that we studied for.
Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie's apologized to the SABC after he accused the corporation of being involved in an independent podcast, the Open Chat podcast.
The Open Chats drama seems to only be getting worse, because while the boys are trying to defend themselves and offer an apology, it seems like the PA as well as Gayton McKenzie want them to be made examples of. To somebody in South Africa winning 124 million rand, clearly unaware of this, but Ituba nudging them to come forward and claim their money. To another shocking story in South Africa where a millionaire was unalived by the buffalo he was trying to hunt. There's clearly a number of things to talk about in today's episode, so let's just get straight into it. So everybody recently, your favorite YouTuber, your favorite news platform, everybody has been talking about the Open Chats drama that recently happened a few days ago, where they said some not so nice stuff about colored people, and people rightfully calling them to account and letting them know that what they said was completely out of line and unacceptable, because if it was said about black people, it would be a big issue. And it seems like a lot of colored content creators just started coming out of nowhere to weigh in on this matter. However, of course, none as influential as the PA leader Gayton McKenzie, who was, in all honesty, completely fired up at learning at what the Open Chats podcast members said about the colored community, and it pretty much seemed like all hell broke loose. However, in trying to do damage control, the Open Chats podcast did have another episode where they addressed the situation, and it's got many people wondering, was this the right response?
Oh my gosh, under that video, what
Facebook.
did you say? What did you say?
Bro, what happened,
I
bro?
said colored people chow each other.
That's insane. And then you say it again.
Yo.
But that guy,
He says it.
but I think
No,
you said it
that's
as a joke,
crazy to
bro.
say.
That's what I'm
No,
saying, bro. I was saying it as a
Juanita,
joke.
we say a lot of things about them.
Bruh, Facebook was worse. And bruh, it was the first time I saw a reel that had colors only in the comments. I could tell if I would walk in that room.
Now, while in the video they're busy making a joke about the situation and even laughing about it, they are clearly stating that this was just a joke. However, people in the comment section didn't seem to take it that way, with one comment saying, so they're merely continuing the mocking. Okay, gaining 226 likes. The joke itself didn't land. See, instead of apologizing and learning from it, the apology itself is now a joke. Oh, so they're doubling down. The consequences are going to hit like a ton of bricks. Cancel this show. You see, it has zero value, it's hypersensitive, but no problem being insensitive to others. Oh, it was definitely the intention of the hosts to cause harm and disrespect to coloreds. I don't fall for this so-called apology. See, now while you do have many people who are clearly stating that the Open Chats podcast are still doubling down on their apology and that Gayton McKenzie and the PA should continue to go for them full force, you do have people who are saying that this has maybe gone a bit too far.
Of course, the kids at Open Chats need to apologize. They need to retract and they need to correct what they've done, especially moving forward. Opening a criminal case as Liam Jacobs did, I don't think is correct. Everyone who is bashing them is well in their rights to say, please stop trashing colored people in South Africa. We are coloreds. Trying to cancel the show, trying to find these kids, I don't think is in the spirit of what we are meant to be doing and meant to be solving.
Yes, these boys should be reprimanded and they should be taught the right way, but cancelling them is just going too far. And after watching this apology, Gayton McKenzie would also clap back at their statement, saying no one wants to see these young people destroyed. It is, however, a teachable moment for these young people and their peers that racism has no place in South Africa. See, to let them continue as if nothing happened is the surest way of destroying them. Consequence is a great teacher, gaining 4.5 thousand likes. While the PA is dead set on cancelling this podcast, let me know what you think about their actions, and maybe you think they've gone too far or they actually haven't gone far enough. Speaking of consequences to actions, it seems like somebody won the jackpot, but they don't even realize it yet. You see, a random person in South Africa has won 124 million rand, but they haven't even claimed their prize yet. And Ituba quickly ran to SABC to let the public know, please, if you won this jackpot, just come fetch your earnings.
Let's take a look at this now. 124 million rand jackpot from this week's Powerball draw is still unclaimed. YouTuber says they are unable to identify the individual who may have won this jackpot.
You have circumstances where people don't check their tickets. As part of the process, the winner was from an ABSA bank, which means that they would have been contacted by the bank if they had answered the call. So if you bought a ticket on Tuesday evening, please, if you see a call coming through from your ABSA bank, please take the call.
However, the comments under this video are pretty much hilarious, like the situation in the first place, with one comment saying the winner is going to share the money with 6 comrades who helped him win. So why don't they just send an SMS? This seems like pure nonsense. And even another comment saying lies. There is no winner. But even a crazier comment saying, let me quickly check. Why is it only banking app winners? What about the very poor who are trying to win? This is so unfair. You see, I think the craziest part about this entire situation is the fact that somebody is unknowingly walking around as a millionaire. Pretty much. I mean, 124 million rand. What does one even do with that money? Like, what is the first thing you buy with 124 million rand? Now, I know, of course, the government is going to take some taxes on that money and then you're going to be left with, a portion of it. But still, like, we're still talking tens of millions of rands. Life-changing money. Generation-changing money. What do you do with that money? And I also wonder something, like, if you want to claim your winnings in South Africa through eTuba or something, like, does the person have to disclose the fact that they've won this money, or can they do it anonymously? Because if they do have to disclose, then this person is going to have an interesting rest of the month, knowing that everybody in his family, his friends, his colleagues, his co-workers knows that he is now a multi-millionaire. But let me know what you would spend 124 million rand on buying. Or are you just one of those people who are like, I'll invest it into this, I'll invest it into that, I'll save it? Let me know in the comment section below. However, talking about luck, this person is not as lucky, because this millionaire trophy hunter in South Africa who would hunt animals in the wild and post them to his social media as his achievements has reportedly been unalived by a buffalo that he was trying to unalive. You see, in a Twitter post, it says that a millionaire trophy hunter has been unalived by a buffalo he was hunting in South Africa, and this post would gain a staggering 657,000 likes. That's a lot of people. However, the comments under this post would completely not hold back in their criticisms of this guy, with one comment saying, this is how the buffalo felt after getting his prized unaliving, gaining almost 1,000 likes. And even another comment saying, they say unprovoked when it was clearly unalive or be unalived. The hunter had all the advantage and he still lost. Good for the buffalo. I absolutely love how they say it was an unprovoked attack by the bull. You think he didn't sense that he was being followed and he felt that he was being threatened. They underestimated the bull, and this is what happened. Nature doesn't play. One less Texas millionaire. They shouldn't be unaliving the buffaloes just for kicks. But let me know what you think about this situation in the comment section below. Do you think that the bull was justified in what it did to this man, or do you think that the man had it coming? You see, in my opinion, I think it's just one of those things where if you mess around, you'll eventually find out the hard way. Yes, he shouldn't have died, but in doing what he was doing, he was playing with fire, and unfortunately, the consequences caught up to him. That's gonna be it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one, and let me know what you think about these stories that we've covered in this video. And that's gonna be it from me for today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.